with Shantae, the video game coming out, and the Rise of Doctor Strange Magic, I thought it'd be appropriate time to do a top 10 magic girls. And that is going to be in anime and cartoons and other media. So without further ado, let me get started. So my first one I want to bring to notice is Tara, the Witch of the Black Rose. She's just like a super sleek goth girl, and she's a witch that does witchcraft magic, and I just feel she's hot and seductive and powerful as a woman. Has a struggle as a find herself as a child and teenager, and definitely worth checking out. That's my number 10. You got that very covered too. For number 9, I will say I got a list too. I'm looking at. I got a list too. Star Butterfly from Star vs. Evil. It's gonna be a common trope. A lot of these like small girls that have troubled pasts or troubled childhoods, and continues the reputation. But I really like Star because she has that sunny, bright personality, as well as being a magic girl and a warrior, and she's just the epitome of that. So she's my number 9. Number 8 is gonna be, where is she at? Number 8 is Nico Robin from the A-Force. She is also another young child that troubled past, but she's a strong personality as well as Tara, the Witch of Black Rose. Struggles with inner self and uses hex spells and magic, similar to the Scarlet Witch. So she's definitely on my list as well. Which leads us to number 7. And for all my goth lovers, like I had Tara the Black Witch, I got Raven, another girl child past and uses magic to her advantage. She is, one of my top magic girls, especially one of the most powerful women in the DC universe, argued as a teenager. So we got that. Now I thought long and hard about this, why this is above Raven, and don't hate me for this pizza party podcast, but that is Sister Spooky from Empowered. It's a picture of her and her like in battle attire. Now why she's ahead of Raven, even though you could say she's blatantly ripped off of Raven, is to me she has a little more attitude and spunk, and her body is finer. And although they both have trouble past, as you can see, as she looks as a little kid, how she gets powers from someone else, and she's not as fine herself as Raven. I think she's a little more spunky and looks a little better than Raven, even though she's kind of like inspired by Raven, you can see. But I like that. Sister Spooky. My number, what was my number 6 pick, right? Yeah. And number 5 would be the infamous, as I mentioned, Scarlet Witch. Being a common trope as, little girls with troubled past that experience magic, it seems to grow, and but she can be a strong, independent woman. That's what I like about kind of Scarlet Witch. As well as, being powerful and sexy. As you can see there, in other tropes, she's also mostly a very, besides being one of the most strongest Avengers, as well as his brother in Division. There's a good ass shot of her. And I'm gonna see if I can pull a good picture of her. Bear with me, pew. It was like, take a while to do. There's another image of her. As well as, let me see if I can find Ravens in there. Ravens in there. May not be able to find her. I thought Raven was in there, but I might be wrong. I'm not see, she may not be in this one. Anywho, but yeah, she was one of my top. So that'd be number 5. Now for my number 4, I decided to put Zatanna. Now why she's above Scarlet Witch is I kind of have more thing for dark haired hair than brunettes, and she's like always with something about those fishnet stockings. Being in a relationship, she's been with Constantine. She's in my number 4 spot. It's everything else to see her, especially again. Let me see if I can find her in this, because she's definitely up there. Even like in her spread of the hottest girl, she's number 4. So apparently she's my number 4 as well as Zatanna. You know, she has some charm to her. This video may go a little long too. Now I couldn't find. I thought I did. My number 3, a picture of her, but that is Thor, the Enchantress from Thor. I do have comics of her, but of her and Thor comics, but a lot of my comics are stored right now, so I couldn't show her. Just taking her word, she's a sexy blonde hair with magic powers. Unlike all these other previous lists, her and Zatanna are probably the only ones that don't have troubled, childhoods. Or is there? Let's find out on my next one. And going into my number 2 pick, because as you can see, the Dark Magician girl. Just something about her, even though there's really no backstory, no trouble to her, just something about that appeal and look of her. And there's that one weird episode where she speaks Dark Magician girl and the Yugi, and there's a tuned version of her. It's just so many artists and renders of her, and her just that unique style. I like maybe I just like big hats. But anywho, she's my number 2 magic girl. Now, before I get to number 1, here's some honorable mentions. Now, why they made the honorable mention of this, but didn't make the top 10 list, because all of these aren't directly magic, or they just use magic powers. They're not directly all magic. So we got honorable mentions: Morgan and Liv from Darkstalkers. Their succubus is that just happen to use magic. We got Morgan from Supernatural. I don't know what it is about that red-haired witch. Maybe it's her voice. Maybe the fact that she's a Morgan. Maybe it's older. I don't know. It's just something about her gets me wild up. And we also got. Let me show you something. We got Lady Demon that uses devil magic, as well as Lady Death, honorable mention, as you can see. And I also wanted to include, let me think, because I have a picture of Lady Death in here. I think I do. Sorry, there's a page 30. There's Lady Death here. A Hellraiser, another uses dark magic, as well as a Lady Demon, Pergarita, and others. Also, ones that you kind of use dark magic, but not direct magic users, are the Librarian from Grimm Fairy Tales and Terra from Grimm Fairy Tales, as you can see. Do I have any more honorable mentions? I'm trying to check before I go on. Let me see, because I had a few in here I wanted to show. We have, of course, any more darkies. We got Leela from Elf Quest. Not really my favorite series, but I can say Appreciate Hotness. And they rank her really high, number 12. We got Ghost, where she uses like supernatural magic. Again, very sexy, short hair, big boobs, and all white. Can't go no wrong with that. It's probably the longest video yet. Make sure this everyone before I close. Even though, again, like not direct magic, but magic is put with her ring sometimes. It's called the Sapphire from Green Lantern. Definitely one of the coolest female lanterns I've seen. But Def again. That might be it for magic in here. I'm just double checking. I think that's, yeah, that might be it. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's it for my magic grill. I also want to put for honorable mentions Magical Princess Mini Mokumo. No, even though she wasn't the first magical schoolgirl, which the first magical schoolgirl came out in 1966 for an anime, she didn't come out until 1982 or later. But after that, I feel like her art style really influenced a lot of other good ones too, and it's personal art close to me. So, without further ado, drum roll. My number one is not one, but all the Sailor Scouts. Probably Supremely Sailor Moon. I couldn't just pick one because they all have great personality, each one of them, even Chibi Moon. But, that's it. So, without further ado, that's my longest video ever, my top 10 magic girls. This is video go sign off. Until next time, guys, go on the peace.